In today's show, Rich Dad Poor Dad author Robert Kiyosaki says $75,000 Bitcoin price is possible as the economy is dying. He just shared in a recent tweet here on May 16th, the economy is dying, Fed incompetent, next bailout trillions in pensions, hope fading, bought more gold, silver, Bitcoin, gold at $1,700, predict $3,000 in 1 year, silver at $17, predict $40 in 5 years, and Bitcoin at $9,800, predict $75,000 in 3 years. Pray for the best, prepare for the worst. We'll be breaking this down for you in today's show. Also in today's episode, the Bitcoin price charts hint at the most exciting breakout in over a year. If Bitcoin closes above $9,200 this week, it's an incredibly bullish sign and perhaps the biggest since the 2017 bull run. For the coming weeks and months, I'm going to be giving you the technical analysis for both the bulls and the bears. In today's episode, we'll also be taking a look at the overall cryptocurrency market. We've been maintaining that $9,500 support. A lot of the altcoins minus ethereum are back in the green. Where's the Bitcoin price likely to go from here? Find out all this plus so much more in today's show. Here at Crypto News Alerts, I drop a brand new episode every single day. So be sure to smash that subscribe button and click that bell icon to receive notifications of the latest premium crypto news. And before we kick off today's show, if interested in learning from the Wall Street legend who picked Apple back in 2003 and Bitcoin in 2016 as he shares his number one pick for the 2020s, they're calling it the investment of the decade. Right now, there is a mad rush in corporate America. It involves Amazon, Google, Microsoft, and Facebook. They're all betting on a new technology that the World Economic Forum projects will soar 295,000% over the next 7 years, but it's not AI, the Internet of Things, or 5G. To discover what it is, click the link below this video in the description and watch this exclusive presentation from the one and only Tika Tiwari. All right, welcome back to another episode of Crypto News Alerts. I'm your host, JV, and let's dive right into today's top story of the day. Rich Dad Poor Dad author Robert Kiyosaki says a $75,000 Bitcoin price is possible as the economy is dying. It's been hard to miss the recent tweets from Bitcoin bull Robert Rich Dad Kiyosaki, the Vietnam veteran, best known for his book, Rich Dad Poor Dad, on financial wellness and success. How many of you have read that book? I read that a long time ago when my personal development journey started, and it was transformational, so I have much respect for Robert Kiyosaki. He's been putting his foot to the gas recently and promoting the leading crypto, gold, and silver, as he should be. He's an intelligent man. He doubled down on this recently, asserting in a tweet that he thinks Bitcoin could hit 75K in the coming 3 years. And taking a look at this tweet from Robert Kiyosaki, he wrote, "Economy dying, Fed incompetent, next bailout trillions in pensions, hope fading, bought more gold, silver, Bitcoin, gold at $1,700, predict $3,000 in 1 year, silver $17, predict $40 in 5 years, and Bitcoin at $9,800, predict $75,000 in 3 years. Pray for the best, prepare for the worst." So taking a look at these three assets, he's saying gold has the potential to virtually about double within the next year. Silver has the potential to just over double, and Bitcoin has the potential to go up 700% within the next 3 years. So which asset class are you riding on? Let me know in the comments below. I already know all day I'm going with BTC. The reason why he's so bullish on Bitcoin and precious metals is that he thinks the actions by the world's governments and central banks are propping up a system of fake money poised to collapse, and he ain't telling no lies. The Rich Dad Poor Dad author specifically cited the lack of interest rates along with the quantitative easing programs by central banks as a way to corroborate his point, and he's accurate because they're printing trillions of dollars in the name of quantitative easing right now out of thin air. What do you think this is going to do to the US dollar? Makes you wonder, right? Kiyosaki believes that as a result of these macroeconomic trends, investors will flock to store values and non-correlated assets to secure their wealth in the long run. And to him, the asset that can provide such security are precious metals and Bitcoin. As the outspoken entrepreneur fittingly put it in April, Bitcoin is the people's money, gold is God's money, and fiat is fake money. Let me know if you agree in the comments below. So 75K and beyond is possible, Bitcoin analysts say, while 75K is over 700% higher than Bitcoin's current market price of, we're actually climbing. Let's actually take a look at the overall market because we're surging right now. Bitcoin is up about 2.5% for the day, now above that $9,700 resistance, which is a good sign. Ethereum back in the green, up 1% for the day, trading at $204. XRP up 1%, trading at 20 cents. Link up 2.7%, trading at $3.82. It's just good to see liquidity pouring back into the crypto market. And we're going to look at the top exchanges, but let's finish this story here. Raoul Pal, former Goldman Sachs executive and hedge fund manager, recently wrote in the April edition of his newsletter, Global Macro Investor, that he thinks Bitcoin is preparing to rally to $100,000. So Kiyosaki is not the only influencer bullish on Bitcoin. There's so many out here. Here's what Raoul Pal had to share. The chart is spectacular, the one you're looking at on the screen. I think it hits 100K in the next 2 years alone, but it can go to 1 million in the same time period. Pal wrote in reference to the chart you're looking at here on your screen. He argued in a number of interviews and in that newsletter that the ongoing macroeconomic situation with the COVID-19 pandemic outbreak and the record stimulus response indicates that the US dollar and financial system may break in the coming years. Bitcoin, to him, has the potential to replace some of the existing financial and monetary infrastructure should the break play out. So let me know if you agree with Kiyosaki and Raoul Pal or disagree. Drop me a comment right down below. And before we break down our next story of the Bitcoin price charts hinting at the most exciting breakout in over a year, and before I give you the bullish and bearish scenario possibilities for the leading crypto, let's take a look at some of these top exchanges. Binance is up 64% with 8.7 billion in volume in the past 24 hours. BitMEX up 73% with 4 billion in volume, and OKEX up 42% with 3.8 billion in volume. And as you can see, all the major exchanges are in the green. All right, now for our next story of the day. The price of the top ranked crypto by market cap is set to explode in the coming weeks, providing the weekly candle opens above 9,200, and it's looking really good right now. This would signal the end of the 46-week descending channel that the Bitcoin USD pair had been locked in since it nearly tapped 14K in the summer of 2019. That was the height of the year. So is this the time to expect a new all-time high from the leading digital asset? Well, let's talk about it. Now we're taking a look at the weekly view. As you can see, a close above 9,200 ends the 46-week downtrend, and right now we're above 9,700. So things are looking pretty good. At this time, the price of Bitcoin is trading at over 9,700. It almost seems inevitable that closing above 9,200 is a sure thing, but there are no definite results when it comes to Bitcoin. As we all know, it's unexpected. Bitcoin does what Bitcoin do. It do what it do. However, with renewed post-halving retail interest, it certainly does look likely, especially since the Harry Potter author, J.K. Rowling, recently tweeting to her 14.6 million followers asking for someone to explain Bitcoin to her, and I broke this down in yesterday's episode of the show. And taking a look at her original tweet, she wrote, "I don't understand Bitcoin. Please explain it to me." Then some influencers from Alex Kruger to The Moon to Vitalik all took the time to break it down, and she just recently tweeted, "That's me, sold. Bitcoin is designed so that it eliminates the need for trust. It's backed by advanced math you won't understand." And then she went on to add, "This started as a joke, but now I'm afraid I'll never be able to log into Twitter again without someone getting angry I don't own Bitcoin. One day you'll see a wizened old woman in the street trying to trade a Harry Potter book for a potato. Be kind." She did try to understand. Another bullish sign for Bitcoin is the resistance flips to support, as we can see here on this chart. Moving over to the daily Bitcoin chart, we can see that the previous resistance in the descendant channel has now flipped to support, and using the Fibonacci retracement tool, one of my favorite, it provides a little glimpse of where Bitcoin can go next. The price is currently sitting just under 0.618, making the next immediate moves either being to the upside around 11,600 or to the downside of 8,790, while a move to the downside is always a possibility. If that happens in the week ahead, it could mean that the support on both the daily and the weekly has failed, which would not be a good sign for Bitcoin. However, each week that support gets lower within the channel. So while I'm generally bullish on Bitcoin at the moment, I don't think a breakthrough of 10K would again hold for for long, not until we start seeing a new path emerge on the charts. And then we have the daily MACD showing a sign of a reversal. While the charts generally look bullish on the higher time frames, some indicators on the lower time frames are starting to show signs of weakness. The moving average convergence divergence, known as the MACD indicator, recently saw a bearish cross, and despite nearly crossing bullish a few days later, it has since resumed a downward trajectory. Given that the weekly MACD is still looking very bullish, I wouldn't be too worried about this in the medium term. However, in the short term, it looks as if a small pullback is imminent as people rush to take pre-10K level profits, which I would view as a temporary pullback. And then we have the RSI, which is the relative strength index, as you can see right here, comparing 2017 to 2020. The RSI is looking equally bearish on the daily chart as it's approaching overbought territory. However, you have to keep in mind that during 2017, the RSI was constantly showing as overbought, and it just kept going. That being said, if you look at the weekly chart, we're not even there yet, which suggests a small pullback is likely. Overall, it's looking good for the price of Bitcoin in the medium term. And now let's look at the mining difficulty reduction, another key metric which has proved useful in assessing the future price of Bitcoin in the Bitcoin mining difficulty, which at the moment is starting to decline and is set to be reduced by over 2% in the next week. However, with the halving now behind us, more adjustments to the downside are to be expected. Since mining is currently no longer profitable, it probably cost the average miner about $14,000 to mine a Bitcoin, and with Bitcoin trading at below 10,000, you can do the math. Yet despite this, there has been a surge in hash rate, topping out an average of 115 EHS, which is an all-time high for Bitcoin. That's 115 quintillion. Holy moly, how many zeros are in this beast? 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18 zeros. With hashes per second, historically, when the hash rate is rising, the price always follows, and this number continues to explode. It seems only likely that Bitcoin price will follow suit. So here's the bullish scenario, closing above 9,200 today, which it looks like we're going to do considering we're above 9,700 and climbing, which will be the single most bullish sign that Bitcoin has seen since before the 2017 bull run. This would put 9,980 as the next level of resistance before opening up 11,600 as the next target. And now for the bearish scenario, not managing to hold above 9,200 would put 8,790 as the first level of support, followed by 7,600. However, at this stage, a bearish outlook for Bitcoin is simply not something I see as likely. Even if the price fell to 8,790, I would still maintain a bullish bias. Nevertheless, losing this level would drastically reduce the likelihood of an imminent bull run. So as you can see, things are looking very bullish here in the crypto market. Now let's take a look at the overall cryptocurrency market cap, sitting at $260 billion with $115 billion in volume in the past 24 hours. And the current Bitcoin dominance is 67.1%. And taking a look at the top gainers within the top 100, we have Quant leading the pack, up 23%, trading at $5.60. We have Unibright up 17%, trading at 46 cents. BBC coin up 13.5%, trading at 14.5 cents. Seal up almost 10%, trading at 10 cents. And Numeraire up 8%, trading at $28. And Blockstack up almost 8%, trading at 12 cents. And now taking a look at the biggest losers, we have Electroneum leading the pack, down 11% after having massive gains in the previous days, now trading at 0.009. Crypterium down 7%, trading at 47 cents. Digibyte down 4%, trading at 2 cents. Flexicoin down 4%, trading at 0.003. BHEX token down almost 4%, trading below 20 cents. And Energy down 3.6%, trading at $2.66. And now let's check out the BitMEX margins. We can see the bulls are back in control, leading with 92 million and climbing in superiority in the last 24 hours, with longs leading 52.79% versus 47.21% shorts. Are you currently bullish or bearish on Bitcoin? Let me know in the comments right down below. And now let's check out one of my favorite indicators. It's the Crypto Greed and Fear Index. It shows we're currently rated a 40 in fear. Yesterday was a 41, last week a 48, which was neutral, and last month a 15 in extreme fear, because after the pandemic occurred, we were in extreme fear for quite some time. Then we moved out of it into fear, then finally back to neutral, and now we're back in fear once again, which is very interesting to say the least. What does it all mean? Well, extreme fear can be a sign that investors are too worried. That can be a great buying opportunity. And when investors are getting too greedy, that means the market is due for a correction. And I want to encourage you to check out the description right below this video by clicking show more in the description right down below for a detailed analysis of what's going on in the market. This goes for all 400 plus videos right here on the channel. Also has some very helpful resources for you to plug into, including the blog to my podcast, which could be found at cryptonewsyes.com. Not only is this updated every day, it also allows you to download the latest episode of the show in MP3 format so you can listen to it when you're out and about in the car, on your way to work, working out, or just doing your thing. Also, be sure to subscribe on YouTube. If you haven't yet already done so, you can do so right here by clicking the subscribe button, or if you're listening to this on a different platform, visit cryptonewsalerts.net and it will take you directly to this YouTube channel. Also, be sure to subscribe on Apple's iTunes, as we're active on all major podcasting platforms. Also, we're very active on Spotify. I know our audience has been growing like crazy, and I greatly appreciate the support. Also on Google Play, Stitcher Radio. So whichever podcasting platform you're active on, please help support the show. You can also follow us on Twitter to receive daily crypto news alerts. My Twitter handle is very difficult to forget because it's crypto news. Yes. And I also have a private crypto Facebook group with over 17,000 strong from all over the world, entitled Crypto Alchemy. To become a part of this, simply click this link, request to join, and I'll be sure to plug you in. And I also have a crypto Telegram chat. So if you're into Telegram and you like being active on there, be sure to click this link from a mobile device. You'll automatically be added, and I'm looking forward to connecting with you on the inside. Well, that's going to conclude today's show. As always, I appreciate you tuning in and journeying along with me inside this incredible crypto revolution. If you gain value out of today's show, be sure to smash that subscribe button and click that bell icon to receive notifications of the latest premium crypto news. In the meantime, sit back, relax, grab a crypto cocktail, and let's watch this Bitcoin price go straight to the moon. And real quick, before I go, if interested in learning from the Wall Street legend who picked Apple back in 2003 and Bitcoin back in 2016, as he shares his #1 pick for the 2020s, they're calling it the investment of the decade. Right now, there is a mad rush in corporate America. It involves Amazon, Google, Microsoft, and Facebook. They're all betting on a new technology that the World Economic Forum projects will soar a whopping 295,000% over the next 7 years. It's not AI, the Internet of Things, or 5G. To discover what it is, click the link below this video in the description. It'll take you here and watch this exclusive presentation with the one and only Tika Twari, and I look forward to catching you in tomorrow's episode. Peace.